All right.
Hello and welcome back to Time Sweeps. I'm your host, Wyatt.
I'm Connor.
And I'm Gary, and this week we're talking about the Caped Crusader himself, Batman. And we're back.
I thought that was still in there. All right. This week, guys, I wanted to talk about some lead up before we got to the actual movie and us recording the review for the new Robert Pattinson-led The Batman.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some of the things I've noticed that might lead into being the comic inspiration for the movie. Some of the things we do have confirmed. At least some of them I think might be some kind of like inspiration to the movie, but not credited yet.
Isn't it mostly based off the Long Halloween?
Long Halloween in year one.
Ah, yeah.
But I've noticed a lot of pickups from the comics and other comics and video games that seem to fit into this movie, but might not be actually in the movie.
Isn't there a
at least from
prequel
the
novel
trailers.
just released?
There was, and I have not found a way to read that at all.
Amazon.
I was going to say, yeah, if anybody wants to check Amazon right now as we're recording, that goes for you, viewers at home, who are watching this almost
That goes for you, viewers at home.
a while after we've recorded.
Approximately 2 days.
Almost. Less
than 2 days. Less than 48 hours.
Let's see.
You're not going to do the math right now.
No, not complete math. It's less than 6 hours, or less than
12
6
hours.
12 hours. It goes up at 6 in the morning. Wait, today's Monday.
It's
Never
Monday,
mind.
my
I thought it
guy.
was Tuesday.
It is Monday.
gonna say,
If
am I-
it was Tuesday, I'd be very sad because that means I'd have to work tomorrow.
That's true. And my watch
And
even
I'm
tells
happy
me it's
right
Monday the 28th. That's right, though. Batman comes out this Friday in theaters. Go watch The Batman. Make sure that it's successful so that way we can get more DC-related movies that look like they have decent directors. You good over there?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to talk about a Batman that I think's underrated.
Yeah?
Val Kilmer.
Yeah?
I'm just joking.
Go on.
I'm just joking.
Val Kilmer.
He's not bad. Like no,
He did a decent job.
Right,
for
he-
what
yeah,
the-
I was gonna say,
for
for
the
what
script
feel
he
like-
was
doing.
given.
I
For
feel
the
like
script he was
for a movie with, like, I feel like just Val Kilmer was like too big for the movie. And same with Clooney. Like they're just too big of actors to be Bruce Wayne. I think.
Definitely Clooney, I think. Val Kilmer, I think he could have ended up working. Everyone that wanted to make that movie, besides like the director at that time and certain
Val
people at
Kilmer's the
Warner
one that
Brothers- No, it was the
Batman
director.
is making a
Yeah.
fun of, right?
Well, almost all of them at that time except for Clooney, because they all kind of had smushed lips, but Val Kilmer's was the most smushed, or at least in my opinion. We can check on Hulu. All 4 of those Batman movies are on Hulu
You'd
right now.
Probably
go
have
to
to go
Hulu
to
and watch them right
by
now.
the way, you'd probably have to go to a Barnes and Noble to get the book.
Understandable.
Barnes and Noble.
I was going to say, I can do that tomorrow on Tuesday,
Because
after this has been
the-
uploaded.
It's temporarily out of stock.
Before this
at-
will be uploaded.
I realized that after it came out of my mouth.
Wyatt,
it's
get
No.
yourself
It's
together.
temporarily out of stock at Amazon.
Out of stock on Amazon?
Yes.
On Amazon.
Yes.
It's Amazon.
I know.
I'm going to
Also,
scream.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Affleck.
Arguably
Quack.
one of the best Batman.
Affleck.
I was going to say,
In my opinion, one of the best Batmen.
when it comes down
Though
to it,
I only
he
have a
really
couple problems
stands
with
out.
him. I only have a couple problems with him. I don't think he's badass enough.
Understandable.
Like, especially in Justice League specifically.
Justice League, yeah.
Not
because
like
they-
Batman versus Superman. I think that's one of the best fight scenes with Batman we've ever seen.
Most of the fight scenes we have with him in that movie
Um,
are some of the best Batman fight scenes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in that movie specifically, but in Justice League, like he's too much of a
Tech guy.
wuss. Like
It's
he's
like
not
he's really sitting back.
right.
What about Snyder?
Well, even in his cut, he really is sitting back. Other than
Yeah, like
doing
Yeah,
that
that's
whole
true.
part where they are infiltrating like the spire. He's just standing with a gun, like pew pew pew. I want Batman to be up, like throwing rings at someone, like attaching bombs to people and then jumping off them. I mean, Affleck. I almost said Batfleck.
that's what a lot of people
Batfleck.
kind of call him.
I know.
Affleck.
But like
It's a
I
little
kind of
duck
think
with a
Affleck is just
batty.
too big to be like that kind of Batman, you know. And I think that was
Like,
the problem with him.
Jumping onto people.
Right.
Which
But like
I-
he's meant
it-
to be able to like rival Henry Cavill's stature.
Right, and he's bigger than Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, that's the kind of dynamic I want
His-
from Batman
his
and
muscles
Superman,
were
in my
denser.
opinion.
His muscles were denser.
Because Superman, in my opinion, he could be any size, and he'd still be super strong.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but he still has to. I feel like he still has to be big.
I mean, he'd still
an
have to look
opposing
kind
figure.
of like I'm saying that yeah, but like you can be thin and still look muscular. You know what I'm saying?
Like the one they used in Shazam.
Yes, but like imagine this like Batman coming out of nowhere and just standing next to him, and he's just like roided out and looks terrifying, like an actual demon.
You know, I see all the where they switched the casts, like the MCU casts to the DCAU casts.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the multiverse, there is that. And I'm very interested to see those movies.
I don't know, because nobody in the MCU could be Batman.
As
They
Black
put
Widow.
Robert Downey Jr. in that
And it wouldn't be very
in
good.
Batman?
in Batman's spot, and then
No.
Batman. But it's just because they're both the millionaire, the
Right.
billionaires.
No.
Which, that's their biggest connection. A lot of people always talk
Tony's-
about them like rivaling each other. And Death Battle did Batman wrong on Batman versus Iron Man.
Yeah,
Did you
but
guys watch that?
I'm sorry, and you might wholeheartedly disagree with this, because I know you will. With no prep time, Iron Man will beat Batman.
Oh, no, he wouldn't, because Batman already has most of the stuff done. Iron Man's no different than Lex Luthor. He is no different than Lex Luthor. Tell me how he is different.
He's not powered by kryptonite.
A lot of his stuff
He's
isn't
powered by
actually
arc
powered by
reactors, and
kryptonite.
arc reactors like immune
not
to
bald.
EMPs.
He's not bald.
Arc reactors are like immune to EMPs.
Are they, though?
I think so.
Yeah.
In terms of energy, but the things
It's
that
pure
energy,
energy.
is going
it's not
to, though.
It's not electricity. It's energy.
Right. The arc reactor, like, in his chest would keep going, but the rest of the shit around it would still go down. It's the
But it's
connection.
like it's a billion. Like he's super smart. Like you don't think he would build a suit
well, yeah,
that
he
could
would
be
have
shot
a suit.
that
That's
like
not
could
what
be
I-
like
okay.
immune to an EMP.
But understand, Batman is also ready to take down things like Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, the greatest villain in all of DC, the smartest man in like all of DC. That's actual thing. Besides like a few aliens here and there.
And I
Lex
mean,
Luthor's supposed to be the smartest human in all of DC.
He's
And
like the Reed Richards of,
Yes.
but not a villain. I
I
but
mean,
not a
Reed-
hero. I mean,
Reed Richards is also kind of a jerk in the comics. I'm not gonna lie.
in the
to you.
comics, yeah. He's
Oh
a
yeah, no,
dickhead.
he's a horrible, mean dude. He
Yeah.
is very abusive.
I'd
to
rather
his
have a
family.
dickhead smart dude though over a
a straight up evil.
a pleb dude though, which is the 2007 iteration or 2005 and
That's
2007.
pretty fair.
He's like a weeb. He's smart, but he's always getting himself into situations that I feel like comics read wouldn't be getting into himself.
Like things that are just kind of, well, what can I do now? But yeah, Batman.
But Batman. Back to Batman, the topic of this episode.
Batman, the hero of all, the man that can take down almost anything, because he still inevitably dies every 5 minutes,
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
fully
why
serious.
Lazarus pits exist.
or just getting transported to another dimension or time. Or
That's why comic books exist.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one of the best jokes was in Robot Chicken during a DC special. I think it's Green Arrow straight up dies, and then 15 minutes later, the joke comes back and Green Arrow's back alive, and they're like, "How are you alive? You're at your own funeral." And he's like, "Thanks to this magical amulet that magically found its way onto my body as I was dying." And they were like, "If you're here, who's in the casket?" And there's
and
no
it's just
further
Speedy,
joke.
like,
There's no further joke. I'm serious.
Anyway, back to
Well, Batman.
Batman.
Sorry. I don't mean to do
stop
that.
slamming the desk.
I'm trying not to.
You're breaking
I'm
things.
emotional.
You might as well just bring a sledgehammer to work.
Do you want me to?
Maybe.
I do love my hammers. You know what
But
hammers?
can we talk about like I think like for at least our
Hammer.
you know what hammers I love most though, Gary?
what?
The hammers of justice. Batman's fists.
Justice. On my favorite vine is Batman related.
Is it the one where the kid walks up behind his mom and
Yep.
it's just like, "What do you want for dinner?"
Hey, what do you want for dinner? Justice. That's my favorite vine. I think.
What were you gonna say before I cut you off with the hammers of justice, though? Or is it just gone into the abyss?
I was gonna talk about Christian Bale's Batman.
Oh, where do we want to start with Christian Bale's Batman? Because there's still he's a good Batman.
It's a good
I feel like
There's still weird things though.
I feel
Just like any
he
Batman.
did something with the character that no one else before him did do, which was
Screeching,
screeching, and then like brought Batman like back into the mainstream.
Well, like, and also it was the most realistic take of Batman Probably.
in like a
Like
form
the
of
most-
media,
yeah.
not comics.
Like there's
at that
no
point.
there's no magic. There's no.
Yeah, I mean, like that's like that. I feel like that's the reason he wasn't brought on with Henry Cavill, right? Is because like
That's because supposedly that's what they like to say,
Mm-hmm.
but it sounds like they just couldn't get him to do it.
well, I believe that, but I'd like to believe that there's another reason that
Also, Christopher Nolan didn't really want to.
Yeah, because Christopher Nolan was also responsible during helping create Man of Steel.
He was just like, why the hell are we? Why, well, no, that's
Because it's like this
Totally
entire
different
Batman
feeling.
is because there is no
yeah.
superpowered weirdness.
Yeah.
there's only man.
And that was supposed to be the
Like
the
the
thing of
premise of
those
the movie,
movies.
yeah.
Like even the dude that becomes Clayface is or like a dude that's responsible for Clayface is in The Dark Knight Rises. Daggett,
Daggett, yeah.
and like they just treat it as just a corrupt dude.
Yeah.
Batman
just a dude.
Begins though is my least favorite of them. I think.
Really?
I think so.
Other than the racial,
But like I like all of them, right? I like all of them. Don't get me wrong.
it has my favorite suit out of all those movies.
Really. I think so. Someone pointed out why, like, I think the suit's off on TikTok, of course. The mouth is too small on the suits.
Oh no, it looks super weird.
like it's like a goatee, like, and then someone photoshopped like the full like
How it
exposure.
should like look over.
right.
further
And a
to
lot
the
of people are
sides.
saying that Robert Pattinson's suit mask doesn't look right. I'm like, I think his is the best looking bat suit that we've seen thus far. I really like. I know you don't, but I really like Ben Affleck's Batman suit.
I think the nose could be better.
Yeah.
And I don't like the texture on the main parts of the suit.
I really like the gray. I really like.
I
that.
like the color.
No,
but,
like
the texture.
I really like that.
The weird pseudo Kevlar.
Yeah, I think
type
that's
look.
dope.
I feel like it could have looked better. Maybe if it was like a thinner, like it wasn't as wide. You know what I'm saying? Because it
also
looks
battle-worn.
super thick. It may be battle worn, but it's still like it wouldn't look that thick. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And not like thickness is like the actual like fabric itself.
Uh-huh.
But I'm talking like the
Calling
grit.
Ben Affleck thick.
Yes. The grit of
He
the
is a
actual
thick
like
boy.
pattern
Thick boy.
spread across the suit.
And another problem with Affleck is I think that
They gave
to
him
be with all the other characters, I
dumb
feel like
suits
Batman's
later.
too old.
well, like I can see where they wanted to go with that.
Right.
And that's where I think a problem comes in, like narratively speaking, that they wanted this older Batman, but they don't have like this.
An older Superman.
Speaking of
or
older Batman, what the hell are they doing with Keaton?
Hold on,
in the Flash.
I'm
It-
gonna
not
get to
only
that.
in the Flash and Batgirl.
We're not sure yet.
Don't bad talk Keaton in front of Wyatt. Though.
I'm not gonna bad talk Keaton.
I was gonna
I'm
say
just
I
really
wouldn't stand for that
confused.
anyway, but like
I'm
so
just
far it
really
hasn't been bad
confused.
talking Keaton.
No, I'm not talking to Connor. I'm just telling that to our audience.
Oh yeah, if you want to bring heat to Keaton,
I will bring heat to you
I was gonna say I
in
will
form
find
of
you.
high-speed lead
As soon as
poisoning.
you say something bad about Michael Keaton's Batman, I will materialize in front of you within 5 seconds, and that's a threat and a promise.
something bad about Michael Keaton's Batman.
I'm already in front of you. I will almost finish that off with a joke I don't want on the internet right now. But yeah,
The reason Michael Keaton quit whenever Schumacher took over was because Schumacher said, "Why is it so dark?"
yeah, he didn't quite
Because it's
get
supposed
it.
to.
He didn't get it.
He,
Batman.
To him, Batman was Adam West,
Yeah.
which is understandable because
Right.
at that point, the only other things that weren't Adam West, the only other things that weren't Adam West were the comics,
Right.
the Michael Keaton movies, and the animated series.
Yeah.
And the animated series was still a little bit more Adam West than the Michael Keaton movies, and I know for a fact that dude probably didn't read any of the comics.
But it's funny, like, because, like, now that you bring that up, it's, like, that's, like, a thing that I never thought of like that. Like, to a lot of people back then, Adam West was the only
That
Batman.
was
and
Batman.
that was, like, goofy. That's goofy. That's, like, goofy, like, silly TV, right?
Oh, it is.
And funny,
But I
funny
really
story,
like...
Burton. Whenever he was gonna do Batman 3, he initially wanted a Robin, but he was gonna be black.
It's true.
Yeah.
Robin was supposed to be part of the original movies.
Yeah.
So Robin was always supposed to be a part of the third movie. And if I'm not mistaken, he wanted to bring Robin in earlier, but they couldn't find a good way to do it.
Yeah.
But by the third movie, he thought that he had a way to do it, and they were going to do
This
it.
is for Keaton?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the studio stuff
We haven't
happened.
seen a live-action Robin
in forever.
since Clooney, right?
Technically.
Well, Kilmer.
Besides, like, TV shows.
Well, Kilmer, because he was introduced in the Kilmer movie.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the last time we saw,
Oh yeah. I'm
that would have been 1998.
Well, I guess we saw Dick Grayson in Batman.
Which one?
Batman Returns was released in '90, right?
Not in one of Christian Bale's movies.
Oh, the dude that got called Robin.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
He was Dick Grayson, wasn't he?
I don't remember him ever calling him Dick Grayson.
Yeah. Why? Batman Returns came out in '92.
Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Which one had Mr. Freeze, Connor?
Batman and Robin.
Right, that was 98.
Oh.
That was the last time
Was
I
that
saw a
Clooney or
live action
Kilmer?
Robin on a.
Well, '97.
That was Clooney.
Okay, that's what I thought. What was I looking up?
Hold on.
What did I just say? Oh, I was gonna look up
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character in The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, before I go further, I've been distracted from the thing I wanted to say. I brought it up to you guys before getting on the podcast, and I want it out there on the internet right now. So I found a way that would have helped. I don't know if I actually finished the thought with you guys. So, Batman versus Superman. Batflex.
Here we go.
Batman. He is a broken Batman who is older and he's grizzled because his Robin's dead, but for some reason he's out on a blood rage and he wants to kill criminals, but for some reason he doesn't kill Joker, even though Joker's responsible for Robin's
It's because they have a secret love for each other, Wyatt.
that's what makes it make more sense in those movies. But anyway, so Robin. Imagine instead of watching Batman's parents getting gunned down the street again, it was the scene where Batman didn't save Robin in time.
Oh.
Imagine how much that would have escalated the movie.
Oh.
That's
And
like-
then,
that
hold
was
on,
so
no,
much
I am not
better.
finished yet. Imagine the moment that he is standing over Superman with the spear. It in his head, when Lois Lane comes in, it mimics the scene of Joker standing over Robin with a crowbar. And that's what gets him to put down his spear and realize, I'm the bad guy now. I have become what I hate most.
Wyatt.
It's like
We
I can write a
need to
better
make-
Batman movie than Zack Snyder, Connor.
He didn't write it. He directed
So was that ever
He helped
said
write it.
which Robin that was? That got was it? So
It's
implied
supposed
to be
to-
Jason Todd.
It's supposed to be Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson's dead.
Zack Snyder wanted it to be Dick Grayson. That's why you see a tombstone in a dream sequence that says Dick Grayson. He wanted it to be Dick Grayson because
Dick
he
Grayson
did.
never dies though.
He has.
Well, he did.
I know. I'm just
Dark-
making a
But-
joke.
He did
not
in
like
the Dark
this.
Knight Returns a little bit, right? Or did he just not age?
I think he fired him or something.
He fired him and he just
He
went
kind of just dissipated.
went full Incrediboy.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Incredible.
Because at some point, like, I know in the animated movie they reference Jason Todd,
Yeah.
but in the comics, Jason Todd didn't die yet because it
Oh,
was
you know what we
1985.
need to talk about?
What's
which
that?
is another piece of future Batman content. Gotham Knights.
Yeah, we're going to get there. Okay. So I didn't finish the first thought I really started this episode was with the comics and stuff and video games that might be referenced in the new movie. Okay.
did?
What do we want to get to first? Those or the video games and Michael
Well,
Keaton?
finish your first thought.
Okay. So maybe spoilers for the upcoming movie. We know that the Long Halloween and Year One are going to be influences on the movie, and to an extent, Batman Year Two. Probably simply for namesake because Batman Year 2 takes place during his second year. The movie is supposed to be he's early in his Batman stage, but it isn't the first year anymore.
Yeah.
He's been here for a good fat minute. People know what Batman is. They've seen Batman prowling the streets and beating senseless poor teenagers that are hooked on crack. Yeah, I want that image in your head. Some kid that likes to do cocaine and Batman just, I found you.
I found you.
Peekaboo. And just beats him up. So I've noticed that.
The line you can do the time.
Have you guys played through Batman Telltale series?
I played through.
I
part
watched
of it.
Jacksepticeye do it. I play it.
So you're familiar with somewhat of the story.
Yeah.
Where,
Kind of, yeah.
and it's similar to a lot of other comic stories that we've seen in the past, but that one is one of the most strongest in my opinion. That looks like it could influence this movie.
The
Batman-
Telltale series.
Yeah. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. They might not be directly referenced to each other, kind of like how WandaVision had a lot of stuff that looked like Mephisto, and then the head writer for WandaVision was like, oh, I never read any of that. I don't even know who Mephisto is. I feel like it could be like that.
That's like. I feel like it's for far enough along. That's like Andrew Garfield saying that he's not in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Kind of, except that was intentional. In this case, the head writer of WandaVision legitimately didn't know what Mephisto was.
It's like Ryan Reynolds saying he's not in Multiverse of Madness.
That might be closer. Maybe.
I love all the memes. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I love all the memes right now where it's like Patrick Stewart saying that it's not his voice and Ryan Reynolds saying he's not in the movie, and then like it's cut, and then like Andrew Garfield's below them just laughing his ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
what was I saying? Telltale series.
Yes.
So that like Batman's family was actually hooked into the crime families. His mom didn't want to be a part of it, and his dad was a part of it. And his dad finally gets out of it because he's tired of it. And then the mob whacks off his family.
Whack.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that might hold a good influence in this movie. And that's not new material. That's been in comics before that. But the way that it looks in this movie, down to even the armor to a similar extent, I think that could be a strong strong look for the movie.
And is Cal, isn't that the gun that killed his parents? Or is
that
what
was
it
in the
said?
comic. I don't know about this movie. They might
Okay.
do that. I don't know if we've had a confirmation on that yet. I don't remember what story
Everyone thought it
that's
looked
from.
like gunmetal.
It looks a lot like it, at least in my opinion. And then there is also Batman Earth 1, if you guys have read that.
I've read a little bit
Earth
of it.
one?
Earth 1.
No.
It's like
That's where Alfred mostly trains Bruce Wayne to become what he is.
I mean,
I like
Similar to the
Alfred-
Gotham series, kind
Yeah,
of.
because Alfred
Rather
is,
than Ra's al
Alfred's-
Ghul?
Alfred's like special, like British special forces.
Yeah.
Right. And in that series, he's much more like him and Thomas Wayne served together
What?
in some war in the desert.
movie? What was the movie where I forget the whole plot of the movie, but I just remember Alfred with the shotgun, just blowing people's heads off. Like they're not real people, but it's like they're like some sort of alien or monster.
I think it's Batman versus Robin in that movie because it's the Talons.
Okay.
And he's like blasting through.
Yeah,
it.
Alfred just has a shotgun, and I'm like,
It's like,
that's my
Blasting
favorite
through
thing.
Dick Grayson's relatives, yeah.
and it comes down to it, and they're just all like, that was another one I see lots of references to was Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's some of their Batman work.
The Court of Owls.
Court of Owls and a lot of their stuff afterward.
Dude,
I
I
see that
think
being
the Court of
influenced in
Owls,
this movie.
the Court of Owls is probably to me the scariest Batman villain.
It's terrifying.
Like, Rivals like is scarier than Joker, is scarier than like Scarecrow. Like this, like the Court of Owls is just terrifying
Court
to me.
of Hours.
The Court of Hours.
That should have been our name.
The Court of Hours.
The Court of Hours. We'll make that a different show.
No.
That'll be our Patreon show.
That'll be our Patreon show.
The Court of Hours.
Whenever
it's
we
just-
have enough fan base to do it.
One day.
I mean, we
One
could do
day.
it now, and no one would buy it, but we could still do it.
We could still upload it. Someone will pay for it one day. Maybe. Probably.
Our
Maybe.
moms.
No, our moms aren't allowed. You have to tell
Yeah,
your
we're
mom they're
gonna
not
put it
allowed
like
to be
we're
on-
gonna put like a.
No parents on the Patreon.
That's what it's
show.
gonna say top of the thing with like some asterisks and like mismatched like cap sizes and everything,
Yeah.
just to make it
'Cause
super
it's,
over the head.
it's uncensored.
No parents allowed.
No parents allowed, and no children allowed as well, unless you have special permission from your parent.
We gotta have like a picture of somebody standing there like
18s or-
pointing.
Get a permission from someone who's 18 years or older.
I feel
Wait,
like
it could be Batman pointing.
Batman pointing. It'll just be Batman with his finger just waggling it in the air. Oh, we'll get like the Jesus with the like the pointing his fingers, the dude Jesus.
Or like the live action reenactment of the Spider-Man meme.
That works. So I feel like those are going to be a good influence on the movie. Or like at least have some kind of substantial look, at least from what I've gathered in the trailers. I don't know if you guys have read through those, know what I'm talking about, or picked up on some of the things.
I mean, I've read Long Halloween. I haven't read the sequel to Long Halloween though.
I'll be honest, I haven't either.
I mean, well, it's a good sequel.
Well,
I think
I hear it gets recommended a lot, but Long Halloween is like
it's the definitive.
it's the Long Halloween.
Yeah. I remember when you brought it to school one day. I was like, that looks interesting. And then I read it. I was like, I want more.
See,
I want more.
you got art by Tim. It was Tim Sale, wasn't it?
I think.
And then was it Jeff Loeb as the
Like,
writer?
Jeff Loeb was the writer.
Okay, it's his name that I often forget. And then Tim Sale, because he also did Spider-Man Blue,
Yeah,
Daredevil Yellow, and was it Captain America White?
I think so.
I don't remember the name of that one.
Dude, there's a fan film of Spider-Man Blue coming out, and I'm freaking for it.
I was gonna say everyone looks super young though, in my opinion.
Wyatt, Peter is supposed to be like 16.
Well, no, in Spider-Man Blue he's much older.
He's like
Oh,
he
he
has
is?
his own house.
25,
Yeah,
26.
I thought he was like.
Who's up? Who phones go burr?
That's my phone. A lot of times I'm actually asleep. I fall asleep at weird random times. Kind of like Batman. Batman sleeps at weird random times.
Batman doesn't sleep.
He does not sleep.
He drank how many 5-hour energies does it take to make that? It was like someone did the math on how many 5-hour energies it would take to have you live forever.
Oh my! I don't even
Live
remember.
Forever?
That's what the Lazarus Pit is. It's just 5-hour energy
Yeah.
stacked like in
just
a
like a
mine in
concoction.
oil.
Not live forever. It was like
cocktail
live
of,
for 1,000 years or something.
It's like a cocktail of 5-hour energy and Monster.
That's what keeps like Ra's al Ghul alive.
That's what gives
So
you a
young.
heart attack.
So that's what keeps Ra's al Ghul so young.
Alive, young,
Same thing.
same thing. For him,
Angry.
it's the same thing.
Just
Yeah.
perpetually angry.
And perpetually angry. That's what the monster does in that mixture. I haven't met someone who drinks Monster
what'd be
and doesn't
dope?
get upset at weird random things sometimes.
You know, it'd be dope
Go on.
for them to go like with Robert Pattinson in like the third movie, if they even make it that far. But like once he's like older and looks older, they could do like a Damian Wayne thing with him.
They would have to do all the other Robins though first, right?
Unless
mean-
they want to change things around, which would become dicey. But it would also
Yeah, but
take
we
a-
don't
it
know
would
if
take
this.
a, it would take
how
a
many?
fat
How long
minute.
has this Batman been Batman in this?
This
world?
is his second year.
This is his second year.
Yeah. If anything, it would be like the third movie. He would be getting like Dick Grayson. Maybe the second movie. If they even want to do a Robin.
Or they could start
Which
off
I
with
really
what's her
hope they
name?
do. What's her name?
Oh,
Just go straight to Carrie Kelly?
yeah, just go straight to Carrie Kelly.
Because then they're just taking a character and enhancing
Or
something
they could just start
in a
at
completely
Tim.
different way.
They could just start at the best Robin,
Tim Drake?
Tim
Or
Drake.
Dick Grayson?
Tim Drake.
All right.
They could just start at him.
They are the two best Robins.
Or they can just combine it like they did
on the
freaking-
animated series.
No, combine it like they did freaking
Tim
and Jason Todd is in.
Tim Grayson.
Or like
Tim Grayson.
what was the dude like what did the dude in Dark Knight Rises go by?
Blake.
Yeah, I don't remember his actual name. And we looked at
It was
you looked at
Blake.
it was Blake?
Yeah,
Blake
that's all
what?
they have listed is Blake.
Just Blake?
Mm-hmm.
Because by the end of the movie, the lady at the desk or something, she's, I really like your original name. You should use it more often. Robin. And it was like, that's
That's
cheesy.
a little on the nose.
It was kind of fun when I saw it in 2012, and I was like, he's Robin! And then, like, looking back, and I was like, that's, like, the weakest part of that movie.
Me, when I was 12 watching that movie, I was like, I thought Robin was like a kid, not a grown man who's a cop. He's supposed to turn into that after he becomes
That
Robin.
happens later.
Oh, he goes by John Blake. Never mind. I thought it was like something.
John
closer.
Doe?
I thought
Or
it was
wait,
like
what's that?
I thought it was like something.
What's that
like
movie
Rick.
he's in? With Scarlett Johansson?
Oh, I have no idea.
Thought it was
Don
like
John?
Something like Rick. Don John. Ooh,
Was it Don John?
Don John. His pattern of what was it?
I'm just going to start talking about Batman again.
Start talking about Batman. I'm going to try to...
Batman!
All right. So I actually found an article. The headline was a little concerning to me.
What?
Because they were talking about the
What?
Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
And they were talking about how it should be stopped being used in movies and stuff for like material.
Why?
Because they were saying it's about an old Batman. Everyone wants to do that one because it's their favorite story, because Batman's super gritty in a satirical manner, talking about superheroes
Yeah.
and everything else.
Yeah.
And it finally occurred to me, it's like, as I'm reading this, it's like, I didn't like your presentation at first, but maybe you do have a point.
He was in Star Wars Episode 8?
Who? Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah.
Who was he?
Hold on.
Was he like a random stormtrooper cameo?
Slow and low.
So he was a pilot or something.
Slow and low.
He has to be like a pilot. If that's the case, he made a guest appearance as a pilot or something, or someone
I
in
don't
the
know.
background
That's
on
funny.
the casino planet. Slow and low. That has to be a bomber pilot. I'm putting that out there. You have to go. Yeah.
I'm not going to rewatch Episode 8 just to
No,
find
I
out.
don't want to find out. I'll just look him up in Star Wars Episode 8 and find a picture.
Anyway,
It's hard to watch.
back to Batman.
So, crap, what was I just saying? Dark Knight Returns, people were talking about this one article. I don't even remember who it was from. They were talking about it shouldn't be used because so on. Dark, gritty, doesn't have to be everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, Batman makes more sense to be kind of that dark and gritty, weird,
Right.
mean guy. But it does make sense that why does everyone want to tell the story about the end of Batman's career?
Mm-hmm.
Or just the beginning? There is never anybody going straight for the jugular right at the center of his career.
I think that's how this Pattinson one's going to be.
It's still technically at
Like,
the beginning.
at the beginning, but like...
Hopefully it'll lead much more into the middle.
Okay.
We'll throw up a link or a picture or something in the video maybe for that.
But...
He plays an alien.
What was I going to say? That's
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, but that's the same species as the guy in Fallen Order. Was it Grog? Or was it...
Duh.
Wait, who?
His
Yeah, I
buddy
don't
that
remember.
the
one who gets
second
killed at the
sister
beginning.
kills.
I don't remember his
Grog.
name.
Grung?
Grog? I think
The
it was
alien
Grog.
dude at the beginning of the game that defends Cal Kestis and trying
Yeah.
to say that it's like, I know who the Jedi is.
It's me.
And then he just
I am Spartacus.
and then he gets obliterated.
Luckily,
by-
in Star Wars universe, the I am Spartacus would never work because they would just kill everyone.
Pretty much.
They don't
I
care.
was gonna say, yeah, it's
They don't care. They're gonna kill everyone. Everyone dies if you don't talk.
like everyone wants to talk about it. It's
Prof.
like, oh, Star Wars.
Prof.
Is,
That's what it
Star
was.
Wars is so nice. It's like, the Empire is literally just murdering people. Like,
Yeah.
you watch Rogue One. Just watch Rogue One and you get the idea.
They blow up planets.
Literally. That's the first movie.
General Hux destroys 9 planets at the
At
same
one
time.
time.
Like
I was gonna say it's
The
a miracle
balls.
that no one made that planet before.
the
Le
that weapon.
cojones.
the fact that they try to give him a redemption arc.
Right after that,
Like
it's just like
this guy's supposed to be the
Well,
pinnacle
they
of human disgust.
and it's like he
gave
really
Darth
did his
Vader
job.
Arc like that.
Little different in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I
I
know.
think so.
Because Hux is straight up like he's kind of got a Hitler vibe,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then Darth Vader's kind of like, I'm going to kill you. Whoa,
And he never loses
space
his,
magic.
faith.
I'm
he
terrifying
never
because I'm slow encroaching
Are you
death.
shit talking Darth Vader?
I'm saying he's not as
he never
like
loses his
Hitler as General Hux. General Hux is the kind of guy. It's like I want to go fight him. He's the slimy. Darth Vader will kill you by hand.
General Hux is going to send an army.
Hux is the guy that's going to send some other guy to kill you.
Fair enough.
Also, Darth Vader never loses faith in the Force.
Honestly, as much as he goes,
Well, because
through,
he's like, you could blow up as many planets as you want, but your weapon will still never be as powerful as the Force
Well,
or the will of the Force or something.
Also, half Force.
he's 50% Force.
Yeah, he's
So
Space Jesus,
Luke is a quarter Force.
and
Leia too.
yeah,
Yeah.
back to Batman.
Back to Batman.
He was a Yellow Lantern once.
And a green.
I think
And
it was
a Black Lantern
I believe
once.
the Yellow Lantern thing was only actually for a cover, though. I
No,
don't
he
think-
was.
Was he an actual Yellow Lantern?
He's been a Green Lantern. He's been a Yellow Lantern, and he's been a Black Lantern.
He's been an honorary Green Lantern, I thought.
right, but just like
Other than that one
Like, he
universe
was-
where
like,
he goes
they
like
let him-
full Dark Knight's metal and overpowers the entire
they
Green Lantern
let him
Corps.
borrow a ring.
He had
in one storyline.
Too much willpower.
Batman
He
did.
broke a Green Lantern ring. That's where he's called the Dawnbreaker. Don't remember the first issue. I have it. Bought it when it first went on sale. Dark Knight's Metal, I believe that was 2018, 2019. Batman the Dawnbreaker. He is terrifying. The green he uses is so dark that it's black, essentially.
With his ring,
Yeah. And he killed all the other Green Lanterns because they tried to stop him.
including Hal.
Yes. Well, Hal didn't exist yet. This is before, because, okay, he gets the Lantern Ring as his parents die.
Okay.
And then he gets the willpower to do his thing. And he goes a few more years after that. So he's not even 20.
Right.
And that's when he gets picked up into this multiverse of just the Batman who laughs and Murder Machine and all these other evil Batmen.
The
And
Batman
it's-
who laughs. The most terrifying iteration of the
Oh,
Batman.
he's perfect.
Isn't he?
Oh, basically, how that went is that a Yellow Lantern died. It found Batman because he
Uses fear.
uses fear,
Right.
And then it detected his willpower to get the thing freaking off of him, overriding the fear, and it also detected the previous possession of the Green Lantern.
Yeah, but
ring.
okay.
And it was like,
It's-
oh, I gotta get the hell out of
I was
here.
gonna say,
Yeah, but
oh, no.
Sinestro was a previous Green Lantern.
Yeah,
He was, but he also created the Yellow Lantern,
Lantern
Corps.
yeah.
right.
So this is how it went down.
Yeah.
But I thought Yellow Lantern built off of your fear, not the fear that you put into others.
It does both. I am serious. That was the thing. I was watching a video on that because I thought it was one way, then I thought it was the other, and then back to the other.
I'm sorry to
Turns out
interrupt
it's both.
this Batman episode, but people really don't fathom how strong the Lantern corpses are.
No, they really don't.
Like, they don't
They are-
understand. Like, if all of them were, like, if there's one color ring, like, one of the color rings, and they work together,
It's infinite power.
no one can beat them. I don't care how powerful.
I was going to say, Hal Jordan killed a bunch of... at the time, there wasn't that many Green Lanterns, but he killed a bunch of them took 10 rings, had one on each finger.
Also,
it became one of the strongest things ever.
Why is there so many human Green Lanterns?
Good question.
Like,
they
who cares?
actually explain that at one point.
Like, because like they take a species from the sector that they're guarding, right?
That's what I understood. That it's supposed to go by sector, and then whoever's in that sector that has the willpower gets the ring.
Right.
That's what I understood.
But there's like 5 human Green Lanterns.
There's an explanation for that somewhere in the comics.
Hal took a break for a while, gave it to Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner was like...
Yeah, but I thought was it John Smith?
John Stewart.
John Stewart.
John
thanks.
Smith is a character, though. He is Steel.
Right.
And also a character in DC's The New Frontier.
But he gave it to John Stewart. I thought John Stewart was the Green Lantern after Hal.
That's what I thought.
And then Guy.
That's what I thought.
And then Kyle Rayner, and then this girl that has the stuff on her face.
And then it got back to Hal every so often.
Yeah. There's literally 5 human Green Lanterns.
And then every so often they're all the same green. They're all the Green Lantern at the same time.
But Kyle Rayner is the
and
most
then there's
powerful
still
of all
the
of them.
original guy that's blonde with the red shirt.
Oh yeah, that's allergic to wood.
Yeah, he's still technically a Green Lantern.
Golden Age Green Lantern.
Golden Age Green Lantern.
I've been watching Big Bang Theory lately, but in one of the earlier seasons, they're talking about how Raj is complaining about how Green Lantern can be defeated with the color yellow, and then Sheldon interjects and is like, Golden Age Green Lantern was actually weak towards wood, and he's like, so I could just defeat both of them with a number 2 pencil?
Yes.
Yes.
You could be John Wick and win.
You could be John Wick.
As long as you're
You could
John
pull
Wick.
a Joker's magic trick.
That's what I was just about to say. Thank you for stealing my line.
But like Kyle Rayner is the most powerful Green Lantern because he turns into the White Lantern.
I thought it was a different human.
No, Kyle Rayner turns into the White
Kyle
Lantern.
Rayner, yes.
He's the sole member of the White Lantern Corps.
At this point anymore.
Right.
Wait, who's isn't there another human Green Lantern that wears like a mask that's full over their head?
Yeah, it's the other.
Who's that guy?
Other African American
Hispanic
dude.
I think. Oh, is he African American?
Yeah,
I thought
him
he
and
was
John Stewart
Hispanic.
are both black.
Because it's Kyle Rayner has the weird little mask that's kind of like glasses.
No, he has like the big one. That's like
Why
It's
are
got
we
like the
talking
weird
about Green
symbol
Lantern
things,
on
doesn't it?
Batman
No, Kyle
episode?
Rayner has like a big like mask that like goes above his forehead,
And it's got like the weird thingies on it.
like the little pointy ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to refer to.
Yeah.
Because in Justice League Unlimited, they used that as glasses for John Stewart when he's a child.
The Green Lantern you're thinking of got his ring like on a fluke.
But like, what's his name?
I'm looking
Because I saw him in a comic
Simon
not that long
Baz?
ago. That's it.
yeah, Simon.
He exists. We're on Green Lantern now. Maybe there's a Green Lantern project that's still in like production hell over at Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
it was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Essentially, like
No,
they
like,
still can't figure it out. Which you know who they could let in charge of that?
Me,
I was gonna say James Gunn, but that works too.
I would make a great Green Lantern movie because I actually enjoy the character and know how he works.
It's
And
true.
Ryan Reynolds is a totally awesome choice to play Hal Jordan.
He was a decent
just
choice.
had terrible
It's
writing.
Just that whoever made that movie was horrible at their job. And like I think Step One was also
yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
He got his
luchador
ring on
mask.
a fluke. Like I think like Hal died or something, and like he was just the closest person.
Martin Campbell is the director.
What like?
Well, he didn't do a good job.
I think he was introduced in Brightest Day.
Was that when he was introduced?
Maybe, or he was introduced in a comic line where one of the human lanterns dies, and he is literally just the closest human in the vicinity, and the ring is scared and like attaches to him and was like, "Hey yo, you're a Green Lantern now. Let's kick some booty," and he does, and they let him stay because I don't think he has I think he has the weakest willpower out of everyone.
Understandable. Wait, I had a thought. Batman. In this case, you said Black Lantern. I thought that it turned out that Batman wasn't actually a Black Lantern.
No,
and he was sent back in time.
No, he
and that's where you
died and became because you have to be dead to be a Black Lantern,
right.
and like.
But I thought in
That was the Brightest Day storyline. That was in the Brightest Day storyline where like all the Justice League dies, and then
I thought that was in Darkest Night, and then Brightest Day was when they introduced the White Lanterns to fix what they did with the Black Lanterns.
right, but they don't come back as Black Lanterns until Brightest Day.
Right. But okay.
They all die in Darkest Night.
So Darkest Night, the Batman at that time isn't Bruce Wayne.
Who is it?
It's Dick Grayson. It's
Okay.
Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne.
They're like sharing the cowl.
Well, Damian Wayne's Robin.
Oh, okay.
But Batman was sent...
Damian Wayne was in Blackest Night?
Yes. He's the Robin at that time.
Damian Wayne's been around for a while.
Yeah. Okay, so
Like
Darkest Night,
early 2000s, I think.
you have... That sounds about right. He first puts on the Robin outfit in Batman 666 with the introduction of Professor Pig. Yeah. I found it online for like $20, and it's like the first appearance of Professor Pig. Anyway, I didn't buy it. I might. We're going to see.
2006.
Damian Wayne?
Okay, so here we are.
That's
Darkest
about the
Night.
time of the Rebirth, right?
No. Rebirth was much more recent. New 52 happened in 2012, and then Rebirth was just a few years ago.
It was after Infinite Crisis.
Oh, okay.
No.
Infinite Crisis was 2005.
No, not in this case. That's not what caused Rebirth.
Well, not that.
No, he's talking about Damian Wayne was after
Okay.
Infinite Crisis.
Okay.
Infinite Crisis.
Or one of the Infinite Crises.
Yeah.
Crises.
Yeah,
Because the original Infinite Crisis was like decades ago.
I know.
Even at that point. That was the weird Infinite Crisis where Darkseid was disguised as a human. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
we still
weird.
haven't had. We're having a Batman episode right now, but we still haven't had a DC episode yet.
True.
Which I prefer DC Comics,
But right now,
but we're talking about Batman. I
DC
know.
Comics, Marvel movies.
DC,
Facts.
the house that Batman built.
The house that Superman built.
The
It's
house that
literally called Detective
Batman
Comics.
Superman
Look
was
me in the eye.
first superhero.
He was not the first superhero.
No.
Yeah, he was the first superhero to have comics.
He was not.
No.
Yeah, he was made in like the early 1900s, like before anyone.
Gary, I want you
So
to
were
look me in the
most of
eye.
The other ones.
He was made in 1938.
No, he wasn't.
Gary,
We looked this up before.
it was 1938. The first actual comic book superhero was some French.
Yeah,
thing.
but he wasn't called Superman at first.
that's not Superman then.
Yes, it was. They made that character into Superman. He was
It's a
wearing
different
blue
character.
spandex with red underwear.
Then that's not Superman still. Superman first appeared in 1938. Batman first appeared in 1939. There was other comic book superheroes before that. The Phantom is older, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, sorry, okay, you're right, but I'm saying like with capes and like the like modern age heroes.
I mean, like what we see now, yeah. Like he was that.
And like he was the first DC superhero.
He was Action Comics, owned by another company. That company also owned Detective Comics, where that then featured Batman, and Batman became rapidly much more popular.
If
That
Superman never held back, he would kill Batman.
Well, yeah. If Superman never
Yeah.
held back, he would kill everyone.
That's what I was. And see, I was watching Batman versus Superman. Like I rewatched it recently, and I was like, dude, Superman is toying with this man right now.
Honestly.
Like Superman is literally toying
He's
with
being
this man
nice.
out of like the politeness of his heart, like the kindness of his heart. Sorry,
The
like
earliest depiction of a comic book superhero is Hugo Hercules, 1902.
whatever.
I'm sorry. I had to
Anyway.
finish the argument.
The house that Superman and Batman built together simultaneously.
Sure. We'll take that right now. I was also referencing the Lego Batman movie when he says DC, the house that Batman built during the opening sequences.
Oh,
Right before he does the Michael Jackson. Yeah.
okay.
So Batman, I don't remember what I was saying before that. We got into it for a second. Batman, something.
We had a
The
real
house
life
that
Batman
DC
v
built.
Superman. We had a real life Batman v Superman.
For a second.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, God, I don't even remember what I was going to say now. I got heated for a second.
This is water is wet all over again.
Yes, it is. Is that on record? Was that?
Yeah, that was in the
last
episode.
right?
Yeah.
Or was it 2 episodes ago?
It might have been 2 episodes ago.
We should clip that and put that on TikTok.
That should be.
Oh, dude.
And then also the Superman thing from just now. We'll upload that in sequences. We'll see what happens.
The Wicked Witch of the West, bro.
The Wicked Witch of the West, bro.
Every time we get in an argument, that's what I think of.
That's what it
because
is.
he's like, "You're gonna sit here and tell me that I'm wrong?" Yes, you're an idiot.
I remember what I was saying. It hurts.
There was a house of Batman that Batman built, and you're like, speaking of this,
DC Batman, the house that Batman built. DC. I'm just gonna go back to Darkest Night. Darkest Night. The lanterns, right?
right?
At that point, now I remember what I was talking about, or at least before I got derailed by another thought. Batman 666, Damian Wayne, Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson's Batman at that time.
Okay.
So in Darkest Night, Dick Grayson's parents come back as Black Lanterns. I have that comic. I have the Batman storyline from that time, and it's Dick Grayson and it's his parents. And Batman at that time was sent back in time to literal cavemen. I am shitting you not.
He brought back disease and killed everyone.
Pretty much. But I don't remember the full context of that situation. But the rest of that storyline follows the Wayne family throughout different periods of time. Like, you even have an actual witch hunter general Batman who is hunting down witches in Gotham at the 1600s. You have a pirate Batman. You have caveman Batman, which is actually just Bruce Wayne. Go figure. And
wow.
He
It's
ends
an
up
infinite loop.
beating. That's what they did. Because during Dark Knight's Metal, there's this entire thing where it goes back to this ancient story where it's like there was 3 tribes originally. There was birds, like, I don't remember, something birds, the lizards, and then the bats.
But why would there be 2 flying?
I don't know. The bats was a third thing that, like, they would try to introduce it as, like, it doesn't make sense. And that's where you get the character Barbatos. That's his name.
Dun-dun-dun.
People are like, it's pronounced
if Man-Bat
Barbatos. It's like,
dressed up as Batman and crime fighted, would he be Man-Bat Batman or Batman Man-Bat?
yes. It depends.
Or Bat Man-Man?
It depends if it's like Batman turns into Man-Bat.
I'm sorry. Batman, man, kind of just made me
Batman,
laugh.
Man-Bat, Batman.
It's just
Man-Man,
you say his name with the stutter.
Batman.
Solid 15
The
minutes
Batman
of
Man.
just saying Batman in different
Batman.
man and
There's
Bat
only
in
like
different ways.
Man of Bat of man.
You have Bat.
Bat of Man.
You have Bat.
Man of Bat.
You have Batman. And you have Man.
Man.
And then you have Man.
And then you say bat in Spanish.
And you have
and
Man,
you
Man,
get
Bat.
tongue-tied. What isn't the word for bat in Spanish like freaking like something? It's like really long.
I actually don't know. I know in German it's die Fledermaus. Or
The flying mouse.
Flying mouse.
Fliegermaus. The Fliegermaus. Flying mouse. Anyway.
The flying mouse.
Because that's what he was
She's
in
a wolf in
a
mouse
version
clothing.
of the Tick somewhere, I believe.
It's that.
I don't know Spanish. I don't know how to pronounce that.
There's
Not
a
gonna
little
lie.
speaker that you can press.
That would do it. Never mind.
Murcielago.
Something like that. So they make it.
No.
Okay.
Murcielago. That's how she said it.
So they go back in time and make this entire thing where Batman actually inspired the idea of the idea.
The idea.
The idea, Sponge Boy.
The idea, Sponge Baby.
I'm not finished what I was about to say. So
You'll never get through this thought.
no, it's Batman,
Idea.
time travel, Barbatos. People are like, it's pronounced Barbatos. There's a T in it. Barbados is spelled with a D. Screw you. And then you get to Dark Knight Metal, and then they unveil that this cave, and then people are like, hey, wait a minute, that looks familiar. Then they go to the Batman time travel arc. They're like, it's the same cave. And then it turns out that Bruce Wayne accidentally made Barbatos and inspired all Batmen, making a singularity in time. All Batman are created by Batman, but Batman wouldn't exist without Batman existing.
It's like the Flash.
Yes.
Because the Flash goes back in time and strikes himself with lightning.
Yes.
My brain.
How did the first thing happen, though?
Although that happens during an Infinite Crisis,
Right.
which also is like technically a multiverse setup between worlds.
Did they ever say
thing.
that in the CW show?
No.
No.
In the
They
CW,
did
they're
the
like,
opposite
"Oh,
in CW.
And then in
Oh, yeah, the Reverse Flash create. But, like, wasn't that a timeline? Reverse Flash creates the Flash?
technically.
To, like,
So the original Flash somehow is still a paradox. It's technically Terminator paradox all over again.
okay.
Except Terminator actually found a way to fix it.
The Flash is just a Flash.
Yep. The Flash is just
The Flash's main money maker right now, sadly, is the CW show. Which stopped
Yeah.
being good after season 2.
It did. But maybe one day we'll get something better.
Like, I'm sorry.
Maybe the movie will
The
be
whole
okay.
lightsaber duel, if you defend that...
It was dead before
If you
that.
defend that, you're wrong.
It's just wrong.
Season 3 was okay. And season 4, that was the one with the Thinker, right?
I think so.
That one was awful. I couldn't even get through it. And I was a big fan of the Flash.
Oh,
up
that's
until
when
that
I
point.
stopped watching was the Thinker
Yeah,
season.
me too. And
I
they're on
never
like
finished
season
the
8 or something. Season 7 or something crazy.
I remember being really into that show too.
I
'Cause it
was.
like, it's the Flash.
It was
I
dope.
liked
They
it.
did it really well.
I ended up
thought.
liking it more than Arrow at first.
Me too. And then Arrow... But, like, I stopped liking Arrow when, like... the new crew came in.
I think I stopped liking it before
Wild
that.
Dog, Mr. Terrific, and the new Black Canary, and that ghost dude.
I forgot about the ghost
mummy
dude.
Yeah. I don't like when that whole team came together. I didn't like the show as much. I liked
wasn't the same.
no. It felt too like
Team uppy,
yeah.
but not in like a good way.
The Green Arrow's team up is Black Canary. Get out.
And it's like, and even if it's not
And
Black
Speedy.
Canary, it's gonna be someone that's like
He,
Speedy.
he doesn't even call Speedy half the time.
He called. Oh.
Yeah, Speedy ends up doing his own thing.
Well, he's also Arsenal in it, and then Speedy is his sister.
His sister,
That's
which
true.
was weird.
Yeah, it's like at first it was like, oh, that's a nice reference because no one thought they were gonna actually have Speedy.
But like, you remember Arsenal? Wasn't Arsenal in Young Justice?
Yes,
well,
he's
Arsenal's
the
clone,
original.
right?
No, he's the original.
He's original.
I thought that's what they called
'Cause
the
he only has
girl in
one
that
arm.
show. I thought
That might also be the case.
the girl with like that does the bow and arrows.
Oh God, what's her name?
I think
Artemis.
they call
Artemis.
Artemis.
There's Artemis Huntress, the lady with the other face mask thing, and then there's Green Arrow, Arsenal, and Speedy. Speedy was the one that didn't. He was the clone. Speedy is the clone in Young Justice.
The clone.
Arsenal
oh, yeah.
is the original that loses his arm
Right.
because then he's just like, I'm Arsenal now, and I'm edgy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a gun for a hand. That's
So
his, that's his
Arsenal-
story arc. You're
so-
welcome.
Speedy is a clone of Arsenal.
Yes, and in the comics, that's also kind of the case, except the original Speedy was, addicted to heroin first.
Right. That is true.
And Green Arrow didn't help
Like
him.
that
He
was
just
the
kinda
that was
yelled at
actually
him
the
and then beat him.
that was the first comic book character we ever had that dealt with drug abuse.
It's true.
Like the first one ever.
In terms of like that actual way.
Well, like
we had drug ads. And there was that one comic character that was made and
no, I mean like
introduced as,
mainstream, like hero though.
No, like they've had characters interact with drugs, but that he was the first to do drugs.
Right.
Because they made up an entire character that was a drug PSA and he worked with the Teen Titans. And nobody heard about him forever. And then DC a few years ago had this storyline thing where it was like a hero rehab center kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. And everyone would go there for like, hey, I need to chill. And like Batman hated it because Batman hates chilling.
Right.
And there's a quote unquote
Batman
emotional
is
panel
like
where he like starts going off.
Batman's like, if you can't handle the booze, take off the mask.
Essentially.
Because like Batman is a party animal, and then he's Batman as well. Like Bruce Wayne is like
He's the socialite. He's the mask.
right.
When he puts that mask back, the actual mask on, he's just like, that's his personality.
Right.
He is subdued and he will kill you, or he's able to kill you.
I think one of the most like go F yourself moments is in one of the Christian Bale movies when he brings those two girls to the hotel.
Oh,
and they get in the water, and he's like, actually, I'm buying this hotel, so I guess it's time to go take a little swim. Which is bad. Like that's the most like go
was a
F
perfect
yourself.
Bruce Wayne moment.
That and then in Gotham when he did the bid scene, like the auction scene where
he
he's
just
like
keeps going for it.
and then she's like $500,000. Now it's time for you to step off, little boy. And then he goes $2 million.
And he just
$500,000 might seem like a lot of money to people like you, but I'm Bruce Wayne.
And that was one of the most Bruce Wayne things
Right.
they could have done.
I really wish they like went on with the show while Batman was, because how cool would it be see a perspective of the police while Batman's active.
Right.
Like we don't follow Batman, we're following the police still.
And
like
there's actually
Gordon.
a series coming to HBO Max that'll be focused on Jim Gordon that's going to be like that, supposedly. That one's going to take place before the Batman movie. Batman's new, and Jim Gordon's going to be like, what the hell?
Also, I
just
want to
moved
see
here.
I want to see J.K. Simmons as Gordon again.
He's going to come back in the Batgirl movie.
Really?
That's the kicker.
That is what's confusing me.
He is like everywhere now.
It's because he's
Do you
good.
realize that?
He's good at his job.
He is great. And
He's
like people are
perfect.
just now realizing
He's perfect for every almost old man character.
I
Kinda
saw
like how
a meme
Carl
that was like
Urban's perfect for most characters
I
as
saw
well.
I saw a meme and it was like, "Hey yo, Simmons, I got a new role for you." And he's like, "Am I bald or do I have a mustache and do I get to be dicks to children?"
Yes,
I'm in. Like
that's
like
it. That's all I need.
like cuz like
What about
I don't know
Sam
if you ever
Elliott?
saw that movie with
What
him.
about Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott,
Mustache
he
man.
is perfect for most things that require a soothing, deep voice.
Fair enough.
You need to watch 1883.
I need a way to watch 1883.
He's not soothing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Dog? Anyway, we have 4 minutes to talk about more Batman stuff.
Batman the Animated Series seems to have an amazing presence as well on this current series, down to the point of the way they say, I am vengeance. That is a standard Batman line, but Batman the Animated Series is the one that a lot of people think of when they think of that line.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Conroy's voice in the Mad Hatter episode where he kind of starts losing his mind. His parents are alive, but yet they're still a Batman, but he's also still Bruce Wayne. And finally, he comes to the conclusion that this is Mad Hatter's scheme, and he's like, I am vengeance.
I am
vengeance. And then, yeah, there's Rain, and he beats the crap out of a mentally ill dude in a weird, funky hat, and then he sends him back to Arkham. And his parents are still dead.
Because he indirectly kills people.
He does. He puts millions of people at danger every single day.
Peacemaker actually points this out greatly.
He really does. Is like everyone jokes about it. But it's
where was
true.
Batman at the end of that?
They cut him out.
Same place as Cyborg.
They cut him out.
Why did they cut those two out?
Well, actually, Batman, I think they just straight up cut out. But Cyborg, I don't know if he was ever actually there.
Why did they cut Batman out?
Well,
I don't know.
Because Batman, I guess. I don't know.
It'd be cool if they were like, Batman was there, you just couldn't see him.
That would have been a funny joke.
It'd be like, it could have been like, they could have had like a funny interaction where like, Vigilante is like, where's the Bat guy? And then like, Flash was like, oh, he's here. You just can't see
I was
him.
going to say, that would have actually been a really funny joke.
But instead we got effing fish joke.
I want more Vigilante content.
I think that
Season 2
there
is
should be a
coming.
multiverse where Vigilante and Deadpool are running amok.
Oh,
But like the show Vigilante.
Right. No, like I feel like he just did a good job, and I think that like it's a take on Vigilante we've never seen before, because Vigilante is usually a more
he's
serious
usually
character.
very serious.
Yeah.
This iteration of Vigilante reminded me of like
It's the kind of
adult kind of kick-ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also still much nicer.
Yeah.
He's really nice. Because like in the last episode or the second to last episode, he's talking about tying up the people, and he's like, just don't use duct tape because it'll hurt their skin when they take it off. And he's like, and then what's the tall dude's name?
Tall dude
With the dyed beard.
Diebeard.
What's his real?
Economist.
Anyway, Diebeard's like, so you're worried about their skin, but you're not worried about brutally murdering people? And he's like, yes.
Yes,
His name
am.
is Economist.
Economos.
I always forget that, especially after Peacemaker just kept calling him Diebeard.
Diebeard.
Because that's the thing that stuck out really.
He
to
did
me.
dye his beard though, and he says he
turned
dyes
out
his beard because he thought it makes him look younger. But he didn't think anyone noticed until recently when someone pointed it out every day. Even though I told him how bad it looked, I mean how bad it made me feel.
Okay, I just got an update on my phone. It said there was a change in shifts. Your hour stayed the same, and I couldn't say the stayed the same part. That freaked me out for a second.
You're supposed to be at work right now.
Right now.
Bum, bum.
I am at work right now. All right, guys, that seems to be we are all out of time this week. Now remember to tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Connor, what's our secret word?
Joe Chill.
That's a good one there. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, remember, guys, that's the end of the episode. Remember to go to the channel, look at the rest of the videos, follow us on Instagram at TimeSweeps, go over to our Twitter and follow TimeSweeps as well. You can usually find a link in older descriptions. Should be also in the description for this video. Some of the references that we had, I will also make sure to try to have a link in there.
Yeah.
And that should be all. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.